doing a program. So I saw this article in my Google News feed, because Google News, you know, they know I love this shit. This is from USA Today. Now, last time I checked, I don't think the USDA is releasing new guidelines or updating their guidelines, at least last time I checked. I think that this is just like one of those articles that it's like, what are we going to post? What are we going to publish? I don't know. Let's remind people that food exists. Maybe. Right? So, all right. I mean, I'm in. Let's see. I'm a healthy eater. I'm someone that loves to eat healthily. Reminder to go watch my cooking show, Cooking with the Bitch. New episode came out yesterday. Anyway, USA Today. How many calories should I eat a day? The USDA's guidelines for men, women, and children. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. This may be controversial, but I think that the USDA guidelines are trash. That's my opinion. So let's get into this article and I'll explain. Few things are as essential as nutrition, yet few things can feel as nebulous. Even the question of how to lose weight, once regarded as basic, is contested by experts. Wrong. Who say there's more to it than simply eating less and exercising more? Well, yeah, no shit. It's not contested. Anyone that's telling you that weight loss is as easy as eat less and walk more, they're a fucking idiot. They've never been right. And anyone who thought that that was basic information is a moron. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there. How many calories should you eat a day? There is no single answer to this question either, experts say. It depends on a number of variables, including your gender, age, weight, among others. But the U.S. Department of Agriculture puts out a rough calorie ranges as part of its dietary guidelines report published every 5 years. Here's how many calories the USDA says you should eat. So, okay. Like, first of all, this article is like, let's talk about nutrition. Let's talk about food. Noble, right? I love talking about nutrition. I love talking about food. And then it's like, well, some doctors say this, some doctors say that. Let's just look at what the government says. All right, let's look at what the government says. What are they eating here, by the way? 2 rounded scoops? What the hell is a rounded scoop? How many calories should I eat a day? Adult females need anywhere from 1,600 to 2,400 calories a day, and adult males need anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day, according to the USDA's latest dietary guidelines for Americans report released in 2020. Daily calorie needs for toddlers younger than 2 fall... Okay, fuck the toddlers. Don't take that out of context. The ranges vary based on gender, age, weight, and activity level. So first of all, I've got a problem with using gender and ranges. Adult females need anywhere from 1,600 to 2,400 calories a day. Yo, this gives us no information. This gives us zero information. So you're telling me 1,600 to 2,400. Adult males, 2,000 to 3,000. What? There is no information gained. I'm an adult female. Should I get 1,600 or 2,400? Who knows? What? That's why, again, gender is just a stupid way to use these metrics. It should be based more on, like, you know, body weight index or whatever. I mean, and even that's a flawed system, right? But it's like, this isn't even a system. This, let alone a flawed system. This is just garbage. Like, this is trash. And again, this is why I hate the USDA guidelines, because they're just garbage. Like, they're just really bad. Calorie calculator. Oh, here we go. Just again, all my biases on the table. Calories, any doctor, any nutritionist, any healthy eating person that's going to whine about calories. Oh, calories, bro. Calories in and calories out. Anyone that's going to like make food and do on their cooking show, and this is only 316.4 calories. Motherfucker. Calories are meaningless. Calories don't mean anything. They mean nothing. Compare the calories, right, in broccoli to eating or drinking a can of Coca-Cola. If you eat 100 calories of broccoli or drink 100 calories of Coca-Cola, is that the same thing? Anyone that would say yes is a moron. So if we're going to say no, those are different things, even though they're the same calories, then that puts into question this whole calorie metric of measurement here. The USDA also refers Americans to an online dietary reference intake calculator that makes individualized daily calorie intake suggestions based on the information you input, along with daily macronutrient, vitamin, and mineral intake recommendations. So that's a little bit better. But either way, calories is irrelevant. The only relevant measures are macronutrients, vitamins, and minerals. That's all that shit. That's what you need to be paying attention to. Calories are just, it doesn't mean anything. I personally, I've had many eating disorders in my life, right? And then I decide, you know what? I got a fucked up eating style. I'm going to start reading a bunch of books, and I'm going to start studying this. And I've realized that calories don't mean anything. They just don't. If you pay attention to calories at all, you're losing. You're a loser, right? Pay attention to protein, fiber, what kind of fats you're getting, what kind of vitamins you're getting. That's what you need to pay attention to. And when you pay attention to that and you hit those goals, then the calories are irrelevant. You'll be eating at a calorie deficit, whatever that means anyway. Well, online calculators provide calorie rough intake estimates. Carolyn Susie, a registered dietitian and spokesperson for the Academy of Nutrition. Oh shit, the Academy. Dietetics. I don't like ticks. You ever got bit by a tick? Yikes. Recommends consulting a dietitian to best figure out your calorie needs and how to meet them. Okay, so wait, let me get this straight. So the dietitian recommends that you spend money you don't have or use health insurance that you don't have to go visit a dietitian before you make any judgments on your eating? Bro, what? I'm sorry, what? All power to dietitians. They do a great job a lot of the time, I think, right? But what about if you don't have fucking health insurance? What about if you're poor and you can't afford to go to a doctor for your weight issue? Or, because guess what? I don't have health insurance. I'm too poor to go to a doctor just to ask them about food. If I'm going to go to the doctor, I want to get fucking stitches. I'm going to fucking close an open wound or something, motherfucker. I'm not going to go to the doctor to ask them some basic shit I should have learned in fucking 3rd grade. But okay. USA Today asks us, what is a calorie? That's a good question. What is a calorie? A calorie is a unit of energy in food, according to the National Institute of Health. That's all right. That's not that bad of an answer, but let's go on. And our body uses that energy derived from foods to help us live our best life and go throughout our days. Susie told USA Today. 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. And 1 gram of fat contains 9 calories. Okay, so what is a calorie? That doesn't give us any information. None of this gives us any information. A calorie is a unit of measurement. Okay, great. So are light years. I don't know, a unit of measurement. Great, okay. That doesn't tell us any, I don't know. Imagine you're reading this article, and you know nothing about diets, you know nothing about how food works, you're an idiot, you're an American, you have no idea what's going on. I would like to say, reminder, 95% of American citizens, 95%, I don't know, citizens, persons, whatever, 95% of people in this country are fiber deficit. They do not eat enough fiber in their diet. 95%. That's not 95% do eat enough fiber in their diet and only 5% are missing the mark. 95 motherfucking goddamn son of a bitchin' percent of Americans don't eat fiber. What? How come politicians aren't talking about that? How come people on mainstream news aren't talking about that? How come I'm the only podcaster in the history of the world who's ever talked about this? Doesn't that seem a little bizarre to you? That 95% of Americans don't know how to eat? They don't know how to eat vegetables? They're just too fucking stupid to eat fruits with the skin on? Is this... what? And of course, USA Today isn't going to take this article to mention that 95% of Americans have a deficit in fiber intake. 88% of Americans are estimated to have a form of metabolic syndrome, by the way, which is typically one of the precursors that leads to pre-diabetes, so it's pre-diabetes. 88% of Americans estimated to have metabolic syndrome. And yet, everywhere you see, oh, calories in and calories out. What? And now this final head bulletin, whatever. One way to lose weight is by reducing calorie consumption, but experts warn against cutting back too much. So, once again, are they going to give us any actual information? Or are they just going to give us a bunch of vague, I'll consult a dietitian and, we'll see. Susie, who the fuck is Susie, by the way? Susie said she comes across people, the dietitian, on an extreme calorie deficit diets who consume less than 1,000 calories a day. It's just not enough to keep you fueled long term, Susie said. And what's scary is when it's extreme and too low, you put yourself at risk for certain vitamin and nutritional deficiencies. And research has shown that taking in too few calories can stunt your metabolism. I see a lot of people undereat because they do a ridiculous calculation online. Christina Barth, a health and nutrition professor at the Arizona State University, told USA Today, and they wonder why they're not losing weight. Well, you can cut your calories too low, your body slows down, your metabolism slows down. Okay, so notice this, by the way. Are they going to give you a solution? No. So what they're saying is, if your diet is based on calorie restriction, that's probably not going to work out. The end. That's the end of the story. So if someone who reads this is a diet based on calorie restriction, and they read this, and it's like, oh shit, I'm doing it wrong. Well, they're not going to tell you how to do it right. Isn't that insane? Like, that's what I hate about these articles. Whenever mainstream media talks about food, it reminds me how stupid this fucking country is. Like, I don't know, man. If you're going to take the time to tell people not to do a calorie deficit like that, provide them a solution. I don't know. It's that easy. 95% of Americans don't eat enough fiber. Chances are you're part of the 95%. Maybe eat a fucking salad, bitch. I don't know. Throw that in the fucking article. I don't know, man. Anyway, this shit triggers me. So I wanted to talk about this. Whenever I see like any mainstream media article on food or nutrition, I know I'm in for a Whopper. And I'm not talking about the Burger King Whopper. I ain't talking about the Burger King Whopper. That's a good point. So right here, right, what is it? Do ridiculous calculation online. So they're criticizing calorie calculators. And then right here, the USDA also gives you a calorie count. So calculate your calories and how much you need, but also don't take the calculations too seriously. Excellent. This is great advice. This is great advice. Suitable only for an American. Now, I just want to say, as a former stupid person, I used to be a stupid person. I'm not a stupid person anymore. And for 4 easy payments of $19.95, you can also not be a stupid person anymore. But anyway, I used to be a dumb motherfucker. I used to actually, when I first started to try to lose weight, for those of you that don't know, look at me right now. Look at me. Just feast your eyes on my form. I used to be 250 or 260 pounds. I don't know. I never got like a ceiling weight. Because, there's a point where it's like you're afraid to step on a scale. I used to be fat as fuck. So, as a former fat fuck, I can assure you, I've tried almost every one of these stupid fucking meme diets. I've tried calorie restrictions. I've tried anorexia. I've tried the fucking chew and spit. I've tried bulimia. I've tried it all. And I can tell you, right, if mainstream media were to have made it easier to learn about how to feed yourself, none of that shit would have happened. And articles like this causes way more problems than it solves. If they were to add, just mention fiber, mention calories don't actually matter, it's about macronutrients, right? And again, my thing that I always say, if you're eating fiber, right? If you're eating 40 grams of fiber a day, you are literally not going to be able to overeat. If you eat fucking salads at least once a day, if you eat a salad once a day, you are going to be unable to overeat on other things nearly as much. It's just that simple. I don't know. Why doesn't anyone recommend actual solutions? It causes former stupid motherfuckers like myself to spend years of our lives just struggling because it's really difficult to find actual information. And, I mean, can you blame Americans when 95% of Americans don't eat fucking vegetables? Can you really blame this country for producing dumb motherfuckers that don't know how to eat vegetables? I don't know, man. But anyway, there you go. I love to rant and rave about food, so. Got myself a LaCroix once again.